Yo, welcome back to BaddieTypeShii, the podcast where your favorite toxic besties talk about everything from pop culture to your man's browsing history. And today, babes, we're gonna get spicy. We're talking about the male loneliness epidemic. Yup, why half of your dudes out here is sad, single, and scrolling Reddit at 3 a.m. Goes to bed, child. And before you stop crying in the comments like, what about the women? Baby, we'll get to that. But first, let's talk about why so many men in the US right now are basically emotionally homeless. Okay, so apparently research says that a record number of men have zero close friends. Zero. That's crazy. You got airport, a PlayStation, and a Wi-Fi connection, but not one soul you can call when you're crying? And that's not even just about romance. Like, sure, you're lonely in the love department, but you're also lonely in the my homie knows my darker secret department. And I blame a few things, honestly. Social media, dating apps, Android hate wannabes, and low-key men themselves. You're the problem. Let's be real. A lot of men only build emotional intimacy with women they're dating. Like, you can't call your boys to vent about your baddie, cause you would think it's gay to talk about feelings. Yes, that's the problem. You wait until you get a girlfriend and then dump all your emotional baggage on her like she's your therapist, your mom, or your emotional support animal. She gets tired, leaves, and suddenly you're about to play 12 hours of Call of Duty and tweeting, no one stays anymore. Like, babe, work on yourself. You know what's wild though? Men say they're lonely but also refuse to improve themselves to be more dateable. Like, shower daily, learn how to talk to people, get hobbies that aren't just lifting and protein shakes. The gym these days is crazy. Humor the head. And don't get me wrong, women can be picky, but a lot of you feel a basic human interaction. You can't walk up to a girl without treating like a pickup at a submission, or you'll slide and DMs with hey and expect a love story. So that's not flirting, that's laziness. I had one that got so mad at me for not leading the conversation because he said hey and I just said hello, like after 5 hours. I'm not applauding that. That okay, but like on a serious note, I think this whole epidemic is tied to how boys were raised. You're told not to cry, let's talk about emotions, to man up, then you grow up emotionally constipated. Yes, and then when they finally want closeness, they don't even have the skill set to build it. Like, I don't know, empathy, vulnerability, active listening, these aren't things you just download like an app, babe. And then mixed out with capitalism, grind culture, and dating apps making everyone disposable. Boom! Luminous Centra. This is crazy at this point. Alright, for the men listening, step one, make friends. And no, not just guys you can drink with. Friends you can actually call when you're down bad. Step two, go to therapy. Yes, even if you think you're fine, spoiler, you're not. And step three, learn how to hold a conversation without mentioning crypto, sports stats, or your bench press numbers in the first 5 minutes. Nobody, and I trust me, nobody wants to hear that. Let's say. And step four, maybe stop hating women online. I don't know, that might help. Anyway, more of the story. Men, we love you. You know we love you. And you gotta love yourself first. Exactly. Until then, enjoy your emotional support Xbox. Alright, babes, that's it for today's episode of BaddieTypeShii. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and tell your lonely male friends to listen. Maybe it'll save him from becoming a statistic himself. See you next week, and remember, if he's lonely and hot, DM me.
Period.
That's what we're talking about.